All right, everybody, this is a guided walkthrough for the Web 08 HTTP a traditional post request challenge from olicyber.it as part of their introduction to web security challenges. So let's read the description for the challenge. So it says, so far we've only been able to obtain resources from the server, but HTTP also provides tools for the reverse operation. This is about the verbs post and put, which allow you to send a resource to the server, specifying a destination address. The difference between the two methods is subtle, but we will only deal with post, by far the more used between the two, being the associated system, for example, with the sending the content of the forms that are included in many websites. The English translation for this is a bit off, but hopefully you can understand what's trying to be expressed. In principle, the representation of the resource sent in the body of a post request can be any format, but for historical reasons, when using the built-in sending mechanism of the browser to send the content of the form, this is normally encoded using a specific legacy format exclusive to web forms, known in the MIME classification as application/x-www form URL encoded. For this reason, many servers that receive data from users through POST requests accept this format preferentially, even when the source of the data is not a web form. So the goal of this challenge is to send a POST request to the resource, so the login endpoint over here, providing in the format application/x-www form URL encoded the pair of values username admin and password admin. Similar to a hypothetical operation of sending a login form to the website, the flag will be returned in the text of the response to this operation. So in this challenge, we're talking about olicyber Web 8 HTTP regular post request. So this challenge requires us to send a post request to the server with the data username admin and password admin. So we're talking about post requests in this challenge, and post requests are how devices send data to the web server. When making post requests, we have to specify two things: the type of data we're sending and the contents of the data itself. So the content type is the type of data that we're sending, and the post body is what actual information we're trying to send to the server. So in this case, our content type is going to be x-www form URL encoded, and in a regular post request, we send a content type header with x-www form URL encoded as the value. So the data value that we send with the application x-www form URL encoded data is typically in the key value format. For example, username equals admin. If there is more than one key value pair that is being sent, there's an ampersand separating the pairs. So this is the data that we're going to be sending. Username equals admin. So this is the first pair. And so this is going to separate the two key value pairs. The second key value pair is password equals admin. So the first way we're going to solve this is using the web browser. To solve this challenge with the web browser, we need to edit and resend our initial GET request and make sure it's sending the POST method. So the next thing we need to do is we need to go into the request headers and create the content type header with the value application/x-www form URL encoded. So we need to manually put this in, and then we need to scroll down to the bottom of the input for the post body and then put in our values over here. So username equals admin and password equals admin. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll go over to the challenge. We'll grab the endpoint we need to access here, copy it. Then we'll visit the website. And we see here it says method not allowed. So this method is not allowed for the requested URL. That's fine, because we're going to be editing the request. We're going to go over to our web browser application menu over in the corner, the upper right corner. Then we're going to go over to more tools. We're going to go over to web developer tools. And then we're going to go over to the network tab. There's a bunch of different tabs in the web developer tools, but we want the network tab over here. So click on that and then reload the page. So after we do that, we see that we made a web request to the login endpoint. We click on that and then we right click on it. So after we right click, we can select edit and resend to modify the request. So the first thing we do is we click on the drop-down menu here and we make sure we're not sending a GET request but a POST request. So click on POST and then we need to scroll down to the headers. And we see here that we can put in a new value for our headers over here. We're going to click on the bottom over here and then we're going to type in content-type. So make sure that the C in content and the T in type are capitalized. And we're going to put in our value, and it's going to be application/x-www-URL encoded. Okay, and then after we've done that, we scroll down again, and we need to edit the body of the payload. So this is the actual data we're sending. And we're going to send, so click into there and then type out username equals admin ampersand password equals admin, because this is the data we're supposed to be sending. So we just, before we send the request, we just need to make sure that everything is spelled correctly, because if you can't spell something correctly, if you got some typos, you're not going to be able to hack. And that makes us very sad. I think this is okay. Let me double check. Oh, form. xww-form-URL encoded. So I was just about to send this without the word form here. So let's go ahead and get in there. Okay. So x-www-form URL encoded. Let me double check that one more time. Yeah, okay, great. All right, and then we can send off the request. Send it out, and now we get a 200 OK. So 200 OK means that the request went through successfully. And if we take a look at the response tab over here, we get the flag. So flag, sending data the old way. So if you haven't finished this challenge before, you would copy the flag. Then you would go over to the challenge description. And in the challenge description at the bottom of the page, you can submit the flag. But we've solved the flag. We've already solved this challenge, so we can't submit the flag again. But if you haven't solved the challenge, there should be a place for you to submit it down there. So that was the web browser method. We've got a couple other methods as well. So over here, we can also solve this using curl. So to solve this challenge using the curl program, we need to use the -d parameter with the post data. We don't need to specify the content type header because curl does this automatically for us. So what we would do is we would go back to the challenge. We would grab the URL. Then we would go over to a terminal. So we're going to be using the JS Linux terminal over here. We're going to paste in the URL. We're going to type in curl, and then we're going to specify the data that we want to send to the server. So -d, and then between some quotes over here, we're going to type in our payload. So it's going to be username equals admin and password equals admin. So this is much simpler than editing the thing with the web browser. So we send this off, and we get in response the flag, sending data the old way. But we can solve this one more way, and let's talk about that. So this is the Python solve. To solve the challenge with Python, we need to define the post data and the content type headers and dictionaries. So we can define the data we're going to send in a dictionary over here, username admin, password admin. Keep in mind that this looks a little bit different than the payload that we send with the other methods. We also send the header in this case, which is application x www form URL encoded with the content type header here. So we've got the script written over on the HackerFrogs GitHub. Let me go ahead and get that. Okay. So we'll scroll down to the bottom where we've got our Python solution script. We're going to copy the code in the script. And I guess before we create the file and run the script, let's just talk about what the script is doing over here. So the first thing we do is we import the request module. We define the URL that we want to contact. Inside of Python dictionaries, we define the data that we want to send and the headers that we need to send. So in this case, it would be the content type. So the last thing we do is we make a post request to the endpoint and save the response body. So request.post, so this is a post request function with the URL data equals data and headers equals headers. And then we save the body as a variable over here called rec_body. And then we print out the request body, and that's the entire script. So we're just going to copy the script. We're going to go over to our JS Linux terminal over here, and we're going to create the script using nano. So web8.py, and then we're going to paste in our script. So when we paste in the script, the formatting is going to get a bit wonky. So we need to fix it up a bit. Okay, and after that's done, we're going to save out the script. So Control X to save, press Y to save, and then write out the same file, hit enter. After that, we're going to run the Python script by typing out Python, then space, and then the name of the script file, which is web08.py. So this should print out the post request response, the body content. Okay, so it sends back the flag, which means we're able to do it successfully. All right, everybody, we managed to solve that using 3 different methods. That was a guided walkthrough for the Web8 HTTP a traditional post request challenge from olicyber.it as part of their Introduction to Web App Security challenges. If you enjoyed this guided walkthrough, please click on the like and subscribe buttons on the video and leave a comment underneath the video. But until next time, HackerFrogs out.
Hey there, HackerFrogs! Are you enjoying this workshop? Learning new concepts and skills? If so, there's a way you can support the channel, and it's totally free. Just click on the subscribe button below the video. Also, click on the like button. And if you have questions or comments on this workshop, please leave them below the video. Thanks for listening. And now, back to our scheduled programming.